Peter, your team's been busy. Tell us about the story. What's the key takeaway here?
Yeah, so we have been writing about the troubles at this Foxconn facility in China for a couple of weeks now. It's in Zhengzhou. It's called iPhone City. They make iPhones for Apple, particularly these high-end phones for Apple. And there have been a bunch of problems. There were some COVID outbreaks that caused some lockdowns. Workers were struggling to get the right amount of food. Many of them decided to just leave the facility because the conditions were so problematic. And then today what we had is Apple come out and say that they are going to cut their shipments of the iPhone 14 Pro and the Pro Max because of these lockdowns in China, that was going to affect their ability to ship the devices. They said right now, if you look at their website, the waits for the latest phones are about a month. This comes during a very difficult year for the smartphone business. Smartphone sales are declining pretty sharply. Apple has been one of the few bright spots in the smartphone industry and tech more broadly. And what we're seeing now is that they too are getting hit. It's hitting Apple and it's hitting Hanhai, the company that actually makes these phones for Apple.
Yeah, so if Apple can't even kind of withstand these sort of supply chain disruptions, what does this mean for the whole holiday season then, Peter, that's shaping up?
Well, it's a struggle for them. There have been questions for a few weeks about how strong demand is for the iPhone 14, the newest model that is out there. And the reports were that the highest end devices, the 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max, had been the most in demand. Those are the highest priced items. So it's positive for Apple to be able to keep selling those, even if demand is a little bit weaker for the rest of them. Now, if they're not able to produce those high-end devices and ship them in the same kind of quantities that they were out of the Zhengzhou plant, it raises questions about whether this is going to be a rocky holiday season for Apple. As we've seen in the broader stock market, many of the big tech stocks have gotten hammered because of troubles that they've had. Meta, you just mentioned, that's having the layoffs. Even Amazon got hit. And now if Apple is showing signs of weakness, that's not great for the tech stocks overall.